Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Oh, what's going on? I'm sorry. I was going back into that. Welcome to the Rise of Grind. I want to show y'all. Today going to be a great day, of course, you know, because we here. I'm here. We got special guests in the building. Kind of like took my name. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I ain't going to introduce them. Yeah, I'm talking about my gas station chronicles. Thought I had enough gas to get here this morning. Nope, I didn't. As I was driving down Illinois, that just said, and it was gone. You know what? And I just glided right into the gas station. Thank God. There's a God.
At least you made it there.
Hey, Shanny Shan.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning,
happy
good morning,
Monday.
good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Yes, happy Monday.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was actually good.
Did you see Straw yet? Oh, you've seen Straw.
I've seen Straw.
Okay.
Yes. Went outside for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you get grounded this weekend? Did you put your feet inside the gas?
I did not. But I definitely told someone that I would be trying that soon. So
Yes. Getting grounded is very important.
yeah. I agree.
If you can, you know, when you get a chance, just need a little, make a little tap on my picture over there. Tap it in the darkest color of my screen, and there you go. Look at you. Look at you. All right, then. Shout out to Shanny Shan. The one and only producer, award-winning engineer on the ones and twos, bringing us to you is none other than Shanny Shan.
Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Hey, y'all. You know, hey, Juneteenth is coming up. We got a lot of good news. Shanny, you gotta play this video. This is like the cutest video I've seen in a long time.
Okay.
So we'll come in after the break because I think it's so dope. And shout out to white folks. White folks, y'all funny. Y'all real funny because y'all know the deal. Y'all just like y'all know the truth, but y'all don't want to know the truth until it's time to get down. Y'all be like, look, I was on your side all along. I don't know what my daddy did, my granddad.
See, maybe if they acted like it. What I can say is that the older white people maybe still follow. They still follow with their parents' upbringing and ideology and things like that. The younger ones are more so like, hey, they cool.
I don't know if you've seen.
Or they not really that bad.
I don't know if you've seen this TikToker, but he go around ministering and laying hands on people. This white guy like, you're a fucking nigger. I mean, he was going ham. And then some other white guy was trying to jump on. He said, no, stop. He said, I would love to pray for you. He said, you want to fucking pray for me? You a nigger? You want to pray for me? And he was like, yeah, he prayed for him.
Yeah, those prayers might actually reach.
And then he was like this. He said, oh my God, that was actually good.
That's what I said, though. Yeah, those prayers may actually.
Shook his hand and first like, don't fucking touch me. Kong like that shit was set up. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the one and only Kong is in the building with us today. He's here to spread the word about the 15th annual Juneteenth Community Festival. And he got some days, the 19th, the 20th, 22nd, and we're going to let him talk about it because he skipped the 21st.
We didn't skip the 21st. We're going to be supporting other people.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
He corrected my ass. There we go. Kong's always correcting me. Last time I seen Kong, he was a high society, right? I thought he was one of the damn things to keep the goddamn ceiling up.
Not the beam, please.
I'm all tangled up under here. What up, though, man? Peace, everybody. I am Kong G. Kong Comedy. The creator and founder of the longest running Juneteenth celebration in Michigan. The longest running grassroots, right? Meaning for the people, by the people, we do it together.
Right.
In actuality, the longest running event is in Lansing, Michigan. Our state capital has been celebrating Juneteenth for over 30 years, and nobody knew anything about it. So we're glad to be here, to still be here, to everybody who helped us get here. It's going to be a great weekend. It's about to get real busy starting this afternoon.
Kong G, shout out to you, man. You got your high school picture on for your flyer. Listen,
that's not my, you know what?
So unreal. They've been going at it literally all morning, like, please.
Kong said, well, he live here, your socks was off. Shut up!
Say all morning.
Anyway, that's what we do. We got respect for each other, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things to ask you about Juneteenth, Kong.
I'm ready, man. I got a lot of stuff to say, but it's 3 parts, though. I'm going to be here Monday through Wednesday.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're going to get all the information out between now and then, for sure.
Okay, so you heard it right here. Did Lake tell you I requested this?
Yes.
Okay.
She would have never asked me to get up 3 mornings in a row. She would have never. And if I could be here, I mean, eventually I'm gonna have a podcast like at Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a table, y'all gonna be set up. And, you know what I'm saying? Eventually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I hear him.
She said, "We doing that?"
Yeah, because like, can you pick that up and take it places?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, we mobile.
We on the go.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
she got a lot. It's like a lot going on. Your eyebrows and face is doing a lot. She used all the muscles.
What that mean?
I don't know. I'm just trying to read your face while I listen to your words. It's a lot going on.
You don't want to read her face.
You feel me? The eyebrows is kicking my ass.
them the porno eyelashes.
Eyebrows, nasty. Talking about the eyelashes.
That's neither. It's neither.
And the brows. First of all, shout out to you, Shannon. You got good eyebrows. I met a girl.
Yeah, and she ain't got none of that gray stuff on her eyelashes. Like, where I think the glue be old or something.
Oh, that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like the eyelashes it be gray sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the motherfucker got spider webs.
They keep their shit on for too long, man.
Yeah, sure.
It is always good to reapply.
Shout out to, but I seen a chick.
If you apply them directly to your eyelid skin, it's time for you to seek help.
Skin.
You feel me? If you have no more original lashes to put them lashes on, you got to stop. You got to stop. Give yourself a chance to grow your own lashes back. Just gluing that shit to the lid.
I heard it's take almost like 4 to 5 years to get cracked for your eyelashes.
It take a little while. It don't take that long though. It take a little while.
Okay. Shout out. First of all, women must understand men eyelashes are naturally longer than yours. So don't look at us like we doing some freaky kinky shit.
No, that's why Rick Ross is like a whole broad with his glasses on.
You know what?
He do, don't he?
That nigga got the most
really
voluminous eyelashes I've ever
He
seen.
really don't.
Did you say volume?
Volume. They got volume in them motherfuckers.
Please.
Look like he shampooed them bitches.
Rick Ross is the drag queen. Anyway, so listen.
That's funny as hell.
I seen the girl.
He could only be an old big mama looking up.
I seen the chick, her eyelashes were drawn on. It looked like the bitch was scared. I said,
is he confusing eyelashes and eyebrows? You can't draw on eyelashes, can you?
I mean, eyebrows.
No, it's the brows.
It's the brows.
He was talking about the brows.
Yeah, that's old school though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But she told me hers was tattooed on.
You know what? People are getting those, and I actually do like them.
That's too much.
I know a sister who has a salon where they do forever brows.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
that's a good business, but you ain't gonna never have a client.
That's
you only need it one time. You only need it one time.
That's not true.
A lot of people go to her for that
you get touch-ups. You can go to get touch-ups.
Once every 3 years. Get the fuck out of here. It's like,
ain't nothing but a harvest. You just gotta get your clients together and rotate them.
That's why I work.
All right, that's good. So,
like I know every 6 months I got 4 of them coming.
All right, that's good.
That's good. Every 6 months, I don't know.
You got to do stuff in between. She's also an esthetician.
Mm-hmm.
A what?
Yeah, I said it right. Don't even try me.
Yeah,
it's an esthetician.
She's an
yeah, she take hairs out your body and get you together.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's a whole thing that women do. You don't even know about.
I get mine
because you from the 70s.
It's a thing.
You from where the whole yard was just full of bushes.
That's so bad. You come from poison ivy. Listen, so
not poison ivy.
When people like, Mama, what's this? Boy, you stay out of Johnson's bushes.
Stay out of Johnson's bushes.
So anyway, we don't talk about Juneteenth, but we're gonna go. Let's kick it with our topic of the day. Topic of the day is not Shandy on the phone. Expensive taste.
Expensive.
Oh yeah, because I'm putting it in.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, it's gonna come up on. Look at that.
So expensive
technology.
Gotta love it.
You saying an Android couldn't have done that?
No.
Could never.
Couldn't never. Oh, okay.
Could never.
But we had podcasts before iPhones.
No, there was no such
Yeah, but
thing.
it wasn't going off of Microsoft.
There was no such thing as a podcast before Apple. Because Apple created podcasting.
What?
That's where it comes from.
I'm not dealing with that. Podcasts come from people.
No, come from No.
The thoughts and ideas can come from people,
Yeah,
but the
they were on
actual
the
production.
What production?
So understand
podcasting is a whole production.
That's a whole production. I'm just saying, but people was talking into microphones on screen before.
It's called blogging.
It was blogging. Oh, okay. Okay, all right. It was a whole different thing. Yeah, you did it by yourself in a dark room.
Hits the fourth word of podcasting. iPods.
Good morning,
Tide
ladies.
Pods. So they invented Tide Pods. Anything with pods, we give it a Tide phone.
Yes,
I'm done. That's why Tide Pods is killing people.
Who is Tide Pods?
Tide Pods. He don't know because he don't wash his clothes. He just put on a whole new sweater every day. He's like, I got boxes and boxes of these motherfuckers.
Okay, so Calvin said expensive taste is why we are stuck on the hamster wheel of, what is that?
Damn, he threw you a hamster wheel.
Okay, no.
She's like, I don't even know what a fucking hamster is.
She's like, hold on, hamster?
It's
Who you
not
calling
that.
a hamster?
No, consumerism and materialism, especially the working class.
Ask him, does he have an iPhone?
He does.
He does not.
He does not?
He has a Android.
How do you know that?
Because the messages are green.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, Cal, good morning.
She has the bug. Like, she got the bug. I met a beautiful woman at 3:30 in the morning one night, and she actually gave me some play. I was big as hell in the dark. You feel me? She was like, walked up on me. I'm like, how you doing? She's like, oh, I'm just here for the weekend. I'm from Canada. You look like you from Canada. Let me get your phone number. She like, bet. We pull our phones out. She like, you don't have an iPhone? I'm like, no. She's like, and walked up. Hold on.
Yeah,
one damn second.
No, because those green bubbles throw everything off.
She was clearly materialistic. I don't have time for that.
That's not materialistic. It's just that I would prefer not to see.
That's what she said.
She's got, that woman had all type of complexes, I'm sure.
Just because she had a preference. That's why.
That's a weird preference.
It's not.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Y'all just both saying it because y'all both have them.
I was just about to say it's only coming from you because you're an Androidian.
Yeah, you're an Androidian.
Is that so? She didn't let me know. That's what iPhone people call us behind our backs. They done gave us a whole planet we come from. These are the people who will also line up to get the chip put inside their hands.
I wouldn't do
These
that.
are the people who will have an iRobot at their house.
Never.
We all know how that went.
They're gonna
Thank
have-
you, Will Smith. So
They gonna have
when
that
shit hit the fan,
regardless.
they be like, "Oh, we gotta go analog." I want all the Androidians to sit back and just watch them fall. We ain't got time to help y'all.
Well, regardless of whether we want that or not, they gonna do what they gonna do regardless.
Yeah, but you gotta sign up for it.
First of all,
And
Not
y'all can't wait.
necessarily.
You're gonna get the first alert.
Not necessarily.
iPhone, iRobot.
Just like in the army, you don't have to sign up for it. They enlist people.
see, there you go. You relate.
This is not Muhammad Ali's era. They don't
course
just
not.
put you in the army anymore.
Sometimes they do.
Yeah, when Muhammad Ali was a child.
Yes.
They don't do that no more.
They don't do that no more.
Okay.
She don't know. When she's scrolling.
The iPhone got to tell her what's up.
Oh no, I'm just trying to get. Never mind. I'm just trying to get material.
She being demure.
We have all the content we need with her love of all things I.
So shout out to Lake. Lake said, good morning, team, and little bro. I guess you're a little bro.
You obviously little bro.
No, you're a little bro.
Whatever.
You bigger than me.
So how am I little bro?
That's a wild word.
Hey, I don't know what you are. Listen, hey.
But good morning.
I'm
Lake.
part of her team, just so you know.
She said, no, maybe because you're younger, that's all.
Okay.
Shout out to you being younger. So if I was
I
your
am the young one here.
if I was your age again, ooh. If I ruled the world.
You would fix your posture before it was too late.
Ooh. That's a good one.
You're like, I'll start sitting up straight. At 39, I'll stop fucking around.
I treat my posture like you treat your hairline. Listen,
I don't touch it.
I know. Overall,
What was that for? What was funny about that?
That is
Where was the
wild.
punchline at with that shit? Okay.
It was back and forth.
I did not come here to be bullied.
Hey, look on. I have my team too.
I'm feeling pressured,
You should.
and I'm feeling like if Lake was here, I would feel so much more welcome. I am getting it from both sides here, and you can tell they've been waiting to be on my head for a while because they own it. It's
They
cool
came
though.
in with it.
It's cool though. I'm used to being jumped.
And not me. Shanny might want to be on your head, but not me. So,
but yeah, no.
So listen.
I'm very demure.
I never knew what that word meant, so.
Don't worry about it.
Through the whole wave, I just never even looked it up. I was just like, oh, look, they're using the word. They're tired of it. They're making fun of each other for using it. It all happened in like 9 days. I never even Googled it. I was just like, I don't know. I thought it meant brunette or some shit.
You almost right.
You feel me?
Yeah, damn near right.
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger used it in Running Man.
Are you
or in Total Recall. That's the only time I had ever heard that word.
I never heard that word.
Yeah, they asked him what type of woman would he want in his fantasy, and he said, demure.
Demure.
And that's the last time I heard it, and then it went crazy with the Negroes for a little while.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
Damn, something wrong with everybody when they talking about demure woman. I don't want no demure woman to shit.
I still don't even know what it means.
Just
so
like shy into themselves, some very classy bullshit.
It's not gonna keep them from wearing weave. The shy ones wear weave too. They also have lashes and nails, and the swoopy hair in the front. So what difference does it make what her attitude is?
I know that's right.
Just don't get on my nerves with all that shit.
Interesting.
Different. It's a million different attitudes under the exact same look.
True. Calvin Dio says too many people, primarily women. iPhone is like a modern day idol. It's disturbing and a turnoff.
It's a golden calf, brother. You're absolutely right. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. That's exactly what it is. And we need brothers like you to shed light on their addictions.
All he needed was somebody to be like, oh yeah, I
That's
agree.
it. One person.
Just
one person.
one.
Because now I know I'm not totally
Just
wrong.
one. You see what I'm
feel me?
saying?
That's all I need.
I'm
Just
like,
one.
all you need is one
Androidians
person.
unite.
and that's him too.
Yeah,
Y'all in that little group.
Because to make a name worth nothing, we have to reclaim it. You feel me?
Yes.
Yes,
That is
I don't
true.
really believe that.
So on this your 15th
should.
annual Juneteenth Community Festival.
As much as women call each other bitches, does it sting any less when a man calls you one?
Yes.
It does not. You'll still get cussed out.
They feelings be hurt. That's
Yeah, you still gonna get cussed out.
I don't think your feelings get hurt if that's something that you're just used to, and I feel like when you do that with your friends, that's something that you've become accustomed and used to. That's why you feel comfortable doing it.
Oh, that makes sense.
But if a man says
In
it
a
to
derogatory way, sure.
But if a man says
it's all in the way you say it.
9 times out of 10 he mean it. And when y'all say it, y'all joking around. That's y'all way of communication. We be like, bitch, and we meant that.
Okay.
We don't be playing. Now we in the bedroom.
There we go. I knew that was coming when she said it wasn't how you say it. She shut a door, but she left a window cracked a little bit. Like, if you put the right nouns before that, I might be that.
Listen, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, take that. You know what I mean?
Take that.
All right, shout out to Diddy. So on the
I am not supporting that.
On the first day of
they flagged that as soon as he said it.
They flagged
that shit getting sent to his email. Like, we got a podcast fucking with you out here, bro.
Yeah, free Diddy.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with being a freak.
I'm not fucking with that.
But having a man semen on my nipples, I ain't going for it. Kong G, Thursday, June 19th. What can we expect?
That segue is crazy.
From
it's like right before.
Yeah.
Deal with baby oil.
The 15th annual Juneteenth Community Festival, also known as Juneteenth in Detroit, and the Juneteenth Detroit Festival. We are having a full day of events starting on Thursday, June 19th. It begins with a sunrise yoga session. There are 2 of those in 2 different locations. After that, we'll have the 5K walk run, which means you can walk or run. You feel me? People are like, I ain't running. You do not have to run. You can just walk, right? You come out, get your walk on. And a 5K is not 5 miles. Some of us just learned that, right? It's not 5 miles. It's like 3-point-something miles, you know? It's in kilometers. Right? I don't know if they can find out the difference with an iPhone or Android.
Yeah, of course you can.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, so then after that, it's my favorite part. Like, the yoga is something that we need to start our day off aligned and all in the positive on the same page, right?
Right.
The 5K is something we need to harness the walking and the running that we had to do, right? And then the parade is a celebration of our graduates this year. Of their academic achievements. We got a lot of graduates coming out. Whether they from kindergarten, 8th grade, if you had a ceremony, go on out there and enjoy yourself. And after that, that's all going to be on Woodward in Manchester, 14100 Woodward Avenue in front of the Glory Markets, where all this started.
So what direction do y'all head towards? Downtown?
No, we're going to be going. No, we stay on Manchester. You feel me? We still fighting to get the parade on Woodward, right? But as of now, the last word from that was that the state of Michigan wanted $20,000 for that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To walk like 1.8 miles in one direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fight we will continue on, because I think we just need to contact the right people to get that adjusted, and we haven't done that yet. But yeah, so after the parade, and we're going to have a car show. Thanks to Neighborhood Superstars, we'll have a car show on Woodward in Manchester inside that big parking lot. And just down the street at the Avalon Village is where all the festivities and everything will be happening. Yes. Thanks to Mama Shoe at Avalon Village will be the vendors and the bounce houses and the stage and everything. It'll all be down there. So it's basically 2 locations a few blocks away from each other. We'll have a good time.
Where will we be broadcasting?
Like, you gonna set up or you walking around?
I don't think none of us able to walk around this year.
I don't think none of us are able to walk around.
Why are you looking
this year? What is going on? Okay, so anyway, you choose. You know what I'm saying? Because the car show and everything is going to be on Woodward in Manchester. Is going to be there till 8 p.m.
Okay.
All right, and then the main thing that's happening at Avalon Village is we have visitors from Africa. 2 dignitaries from Africa from the countries of Benin and Togo.
That's dope.
They're coming here to speak and offer a formal apology for their ancestors' role in the slave trade.
Wow, that's big.
That is.
That's a major thing for those who care about that, and for those who've always heard people say they don't take responsibility for it or they don't care about us. Everywhere is experiencing a new generation. So everywhere is experiencing new ways to approach things.
Those are the dignitaries that's coming through.
Hey, she got everything. That's why I like you. That's why I like you, because you take this job seriously.
Thank you.
And you take your edges seriously. And I appreciate that too, because they're not dry or lifted up or anything.
Thank you.
And by the way, when they lift up, it's time to give it up. Okay. So the Juneteenth Community Fest, meet and learn from our dignitaries from Africa, special announcements and special presentations. Anyone who has not been to Avalon Village, you want to get there and experience that vibe. You know, the past 2-3 years we've been in Highland Park, we have had our festival at Nandi's Knowledge Cafe,
Nice.
which we love, Mama Nandi. But the whole point was to always grow and be on Woodward. That is our goal, to have this festival on Woodward, to shut that mile of street down. That is our goal. You know what I'm saying? So we want to get out there and get as close as we can, and we've grown to the point where now we want to be at that parking lot. And then on top of that, you can't see us, right? The local governments tend to put you in a place where you can't be seen by like main traffic. You know what I'm saying? That changes the walk-ups and the new people that get interested or drive by and scan your QR code or something like that. Like, we have to be able to be seen, and we want people to know that this festival is public, because if you situate it in a certain place, it looks private.
So is there a fee for Thursday?
No, we have never charged a fee for Juneteenth.
That's dope. You hear that, John?
No matter how we change it, Family Day will never have a charge for it. The car show does have a $10 entry fee because we have so many trophies we have to give out and stuff like that. So for each car that enters the car show, it's $10. But to be in the parade, you just have to sign some waivers, make sure we get your license plate number. But we are very interested in having as many graduates as we can there. We want this to become normal, that at the end of the year they understand you're going to have your senior week, you have your prom, you have your graduation, and then you dress up the truck, you dress up the trailer, however you want to celebrate yourself, and then you come and be in the parade.
That's dope, man.
Trying to inspire children, you know what I'm saying, the next one's in.
You doing it because people show up.
Yeah, they do show up. They do show up.
Inspiration to
Yeah,
our
very
community.
nice turnout.
And I'd like to say thank you, Con.
Thank you. We are looking for this year's Mr. and Ms. Juneteenth, right? This has nothing to do with a relation between them, but a representation of our hopes for our children, right?
So no white girls.
There's never been a white Miss Juneteenth, no. We are responsible for beginning the first ever Mr. Juneteenth because we felt like it should be a balance there.
Most definitely.
So we set a bar, and for the most part, our bar for our children are the same. We want them to have manners. We want them to be helpful. We want them to care about others. We want them to love themselves.
That's dope.
This is not a beauty pageant.
Right.
This is my child has character.
Got you.
Pageant. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe your son or daughter from the ages of 9 to 19 should carry the title and wear the crown of Mr. or Ms. Juneteenth, tell us about why. Go to our website, JuneteenthInDetroit.com, and tell us why we should crown your child Mr. or Ms. Juneteenth.
And that's Juneteenth Detroit.
Juneteenth in Detroit.
JuneteenthInDetroit.com.
Yeah, let me make sure I'm on the website.
I'm putting it in the comments now.
.com. And also, if you want to sign up to be a volunteer or anything, we have to.
You can volunteer for sure, and I can sign off on community service hours for y'all who need those. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Yeah. So if it's court ordered, just let us know. We can help you out there because we need eyes and ears on the ground. We have never had so much as a police call to a Juneteenth event in these 14 years. We've never had a hurt child, domestic violence, lost purse.
Yeah, and that's
so. Yes, that comes from the brothers and sisters who we invite, and that comes from the general vibe of the event. That we just all here to be together and look out for each other, And there's no alcohol in 90-degree weather for 8 hours.
That's the best option.
That's the best thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You just got to know your people. That's all.
You have to.
We have a lot of challenges and we play games and stuff like that. We don't want to know how you act during a 3-legged race after you had a couple of drinks and you lost. Your baby is tied to your ankle. Calm down, sir.
Yeah.
So also, you said that you're doing a hair show?
Yes, there will be a loctician showcase. It begins promptly at 3 p.m. 14100 Woodward Avenue. We have 9 different locticians that will be showcasing their talents there. Everything we do is annual. Oh my gosh, she's got it. All right. So everything we do is annual. That was my first Chat GPT thing right there. Everything we do is annual. Everything we do, we want it to blow up. So this is our first loctician showcase, but it came from doing fashion shows and hair shows. And it turns out that this is the most affordable show, right? No one has to buy clothes. Right. No one has to sew clothes. No one has to buy hair. We just gonna work with what we got and do something creative. So that's what we want. There's a lot of brothers and sisters here with locks So we want to highlight that natural
and that
creativity.
time is different, right?
Yes, the time changed because of schedule changes. So it'll be at 3 p.m., same location, but at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. Man. And it's not too late to join that. So if you are a loctician or you want to nominate one or put them into, it's not too late. We take entries until the day of damn near, but y'all got to get them heads done. So let me know.
Yeah, but make sure your kitchen's
nothing like
done.
nothing like a retwist.
Nothing like a retwist. I need one myself.
I want to get back on topic real quick. Shout out to Richard Heath.
Morning, Richard.
When you talk about expensive taste, putting on an event like this, some people like you got to go hard or go home. Some people like I'm catching the bus home. You know what I mean? Because sometimes your budget is it good? Do you think expensively when you plan something like this? That's my main question.
No, we think necessities when we plan something like this. The first things I start with is we need a space, and we need water, and we need electricity. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't do it at night, so we just cut out electricity. Right. But we do need bathrooms. We need porta potties. That's first and foremost. We've had situations where we ran out of ice, and mom started packing up their bags. Like, ain't no ice here. It's 95 degrees. You know what I'm saying? So the comfort, and you only get to do it once a year. Right. So if I have a mistake, if I do something wrong, I have to wait all the way to the next year to correct that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So whatever happens has never happened again.
Gotcha.
You know, so yeah, we think necessity, but this is an event that has no ceiling. So we have done this with $2,500 and we've done it with $10,000. You know what I'm saying? It can get, there's no ceiling to how great it could be if we did have more to be expensive, but it's going to happen regardless.
I feel like the expensive taste just comes in with the ideology of wanting to do this event and bring people together, like you said, without the violence, without the harm, without the alcohol, just literally us coming together and celebrating us.
Yes, it's expensive. What do they say? Equity, sweat equity.
Yes,
it's expensive in your time and your effort and your attention, your emotions. All of those things are wrapped up in it.
That was my next question. Like, do you look at business-wise resources or money?
Resources. If I come to someone and I ask for $150 sponsorship, right? If you put your business, if you link your business with us, and now your employees are going to wear shirts, and it's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's more valuable than $150. You know what I'm saying? But we have to work to get businesses to understand that.
Well, it's crazy when most businesses, they get into business not to be in business. They get into business just to show off. To me, in most cases, we open. What you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what we planning?
That's why you can't tell them anything. It has to be their own will to promote themselves and be a part of the community in certain ways, because we can't tell an African American person who has got the money, you know what I'm saying, got the building, you can't tell them about anything. They don't want to hear you. You don't even have a business. You know what I'm saying? You have to make it there before you can even critique them. They're not going to hear you.
Right.
So we've gone to over 47 businesses, maybe 53, looking for that $150 sponsorship. We got like 13 of them.
Wow.
But those numbers actually make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get 100 sponsors, you need to go to like 700 businesses. You know what I'm saying? Because they're just not that interested, or they have other ways that they donate their money.
I agree.
Yeah.
I used to take the same steps. As I look at your flyer, you also got a comedy show coming up. On the 20th.
Yes, this will be our second Juneteenth comedy show this year. We've been using comedy shows to raise money for the last 3 years, but again, I had to get better at putting them together, right?
Gotcha.
Last year, I thought it would be great to put 17 comedians on one show. That was not a good idea in so many ways. So we downsized it, and this is our second show at the Music Hall. We have another one August 11th. We're calling it 7-11. But on June 20th, Friday, it will be Simply Chanel, Big Shorty, and Juicy. Shout out to Big Shorty. He walking around on crutches. You know, we got some guest spots that's going to come out, you know what I'm saying? But we really appreciate Golden Ram, Good Helpers, and the Music Hall for letting us do this. We basically on a show-by-show basis. So we need y'all to come out for this one, just like y'all came out for the first one. We had Josh Adams and La La Love on there. So it's been great shows.
Cool. Yeah. We got a person right now, Dorian. He asked him, what's the Cash App?
The Cash App for donations is you do $LLLKWU74. LLLKWU74.
What should pop up? What should pop up once you put that in there?
My beautiful face will pop up.
Oh, shit.
Big black dude will pop up. It's me.
He's an Androidian.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm not even offended by that anymore because I carry the phone. I learned a long time ago that you can't be upset by descriptive, like, you know what I'm saying, criticism. Oh, but your fat black. Hey, okay, that's not even creative enough for me to be upset. Right. You know what I'm saying? You're only describing what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that. Right.
Okay, one more time. That was LL.
L, 3 L's, K, W, U, 74.
Got you.
All right, Carl Jackson said, good morning, my people. Good morning, Carl. I don't know if you know Carl. He's one of Lake friends.
How you doing, brother?
He's an Androidian, too.
That's what's up.
I'm just joking.
He was so ready to get another one on his team.
Well, there's millions of us.
Look, he was
We're
so
out here.
ready.
They're not awake yet.
Exactly.
They don't really be doing much.
The alarm didn't wake them up.
Yeah, they don't have alarms.
Androids have 28 versions of a phone.
I
know our speaker ain't worth nothing.
Just get the phone.
I know
Just
that.
get the
I can't hear my phone if my window down. And
You
I
see
don't
what
like
I'm
that.
saying?
I
Listen,
don't like that.
just make the investment, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
a lot. You can still catch viruses while watching porn. Anyway.
Shout out to you, Dorian. Thank you so much.
That was
Dorian.
That was why. Sometimes
just goes
sometimes
left.
you just have to let it ride.
Dorian said his business wants to donate.
Oh, that was the brother who said, what's the cash app?
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful. We would definitely appreciate that. It's never too late, and we still got to pay the marching bands and the DJs. So that's great.
Real.
Oh, shout out to the marching bands. In the last 3 years, we have had Martin Luther King Crown Crusaders and the Chandler Park Marching Band. I don't know.
7-4, Dorian.
What are you like?
Chandler Park.
Okay. Okay.
Chandler Park Academy, yeah.
Okay, well, say
Chandler Park Academy.
I thought you was like,
What, like it was just some people that be at the park? Like we got together?
No,
Come on.
They not allowed no uniforms. They just hit this.
No, the Chandler Park Academy Marching Band, and I mean, it's like 190 of them.
Okay.
And they come out, and it's a beautiful thing. This is the hard part. LLLKWU74.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay, but it didn't pop up on there though.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I had put it in there. I was just making sure because just.
Yeah, he said thanks, Shan. He got it.
No problem. Just
so yeah, he don't want to get it to the wrong.
Boom.
I wanted to go to the right.
You know
place.
what? I definitely sent $13 to the wrong person 2 weeks ago, and they said all you can do is ask for it back. And it took her a couple of days, and she was like, "No."
You see?
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
why I was like,
But
let me just make sure.
she did respond, but she was like, "No." Thanks for the $13.
At least she responded when she was ready.
No, hold on, calm.
Yes,
I got you, bitch. Anyway, so
yes, I don't say that word anymore.
That's man.
That's great.
That was a different life. Shout out to James Cathy. Y'all know he stole those grown folks parties. You can't go to this party without some hard souls on. You know what I'm saying? But he will be at the parade. That's what we want the parade to be. You know how they do the Thanksgiving thing, and the commentators be like, "Oh, we got Rocket Mortgage coming up." You know what I'm saying?
Rocket Mortgage always showing up somewhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We want to be like, "Oh, we got What's the Deal Pickle Lady." You know, we want to Podcastic has a whole
yeah.
Right. We want our stars to be in that parade.
As we should. We got some very talented people.
Big James, yeah.
We just gotta tap
Big
in.
James, he cool. He just big as hell.
That's a big fly dude.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know how to dress. You know how to dress.
Yeah. I ain't never seen a mannequin his size, so I don't know where them clothes come from.
I got a thing for you though. Most bigger people do. They take pride in how they dress.
Because we
I take pride in how I smell.
Okay. That's big too.
That's first for me, and then I'll put anything on. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like both kind of is important, but I get what you're saying though with the smell.
Except for today. So anyway, let's.
I feel like that's just something that people just think.
These people take shots in the morning. They're alcoholics.
do.
Just so you know, they take shots in the morning.
That's wild work.
I also want to point out our merchandise, our Juneteenth necklaces.
Listen to higher. Yeah.
It says Juneteenth is ours. This is a 3D printed necklace. If my kids can't destroy it, no one can. It's all one piece. They are $30, and we also have T-shirts. I'm a walking billboard. I've been wearing these T-shirts for 2 weeks. We've been selling them little by little, but every dollar counts.
So are those the print, or is it different ones that you?
We have this one, and then we have another one which is like the Afro sister with all the positive words and everything. So that's the one the sister's been ordering for the most part. Yeah, for them and their kids. But
I got a question: was that done on a 3D printer?
This yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Was anybody a program from here did it?
A program here where? You mean in this building?
No, in the city.
No.
Okay.
No. I think they're based in Indiana.
Okay.
I found them online.
Are they coming down?
No, they're in Indiana. They're in Indiana. So I am the only representation of this.
I mean, you got people coming from Africa. I'm figuring.
I do. We do. Mama Shu and I. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
We have
Shout out
people
to
come
Mama
in from
Shu.
Africa to talk to y'all about something serious, you know what I'm saying, for those who care. And I don't think they're just here for that. I believe they're here to build bridges and networks for residency or, repatriation, and also for business. For so long, you hear someone say, the African people don't care about us. So when they come to extend the olive branch, then you got to be prepared for that. You know what I'm saying? Someone's trying to change that narrative, and they want to work with you, and they want to rock with you. So if you want to have a footprint business-wise in Africa, you might want to show up to the Juneteenth Community Festival.
And keep an open mind.
Yes, keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. And pack your patience, you know what I'm saying? Because they speak different languages, so we got translators coming out and everything.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they speak French.
Oh.
Fluent French, You don't have to speak French, though. It's going to be a person who speak English telling you what they're saying.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
That's sign language. That's sign language. That's totally different.
Because French was like this.
No one is deaf.
This is a good French word.
Yes, it has something to do with colonization and how they were taken over a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they speak French.
All right.
Shout out to Mama Shu. She's like, can you please share the flyers? And then she saw you was on. So shout out to Mama Shu.
Oh, she had said it before?
No, she like, I literally.
She be up on everything. I didn't even tell her I was going to be
That's
here.
what I said. Shout out to Mama Shu. We love you.
Yeah, she was on here for a whole week.
Yeah.
Straight up, y'all had her here for a week.
Yeah.
Gave me 3 days.
We go based on availability.
Based on y'all availability?
No, yours.
Yar. Look at you. Look how I got you over here to Androidian talk.
See, that's why I'm glitching, because I'm not used to this. But
listen, man, believe in yourselves. Do not fall for this technology wave.
Yeah.
While they going forward, I'm going backwards. You know what I'm saying? People trying to figure out new drugs and all that. I'm selling moonshine. You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out. Yeah, they all going to the casinos. No, I'm still running numbers. Play your number with me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We still doing the number game.
So do you feel like that the new generation has more of that expensive taste, and we need to go back to the basics, like you said, of people like that?
They have expensive taste because even their hustles are expensive. You feel me? Like if you really want to be a content creator, you got to have all the materials that you need to really.
But the world is expensive.
Yes, it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that I guess we understand the adults that were the same thing about us in our video games. Used to wave. I got out of social media right after I stopped at TikTok. Not at TikTok, but at Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so I'm Facebook heavy.
I didn't really like Twitter.
Instagram next. TikTok after that, and then I'm done.
Instagram probably my last. Twitter, I don't do it all.
You heard of Scoops? I go viral on there a lot, and it's crazy. I got videos with like 30,000 views on there, and then on YouTube I got like 461.
What would that put you in the mind of, Scoops?
Steakandcheese.com.
What?
Rotten.com. These are before your time.
And I'm like, what is it?
But it was like places that don't censor their violence. Yeah, they don't censor their violence. Like it's like a lot of fights, a lot of altercations and stuff, and they just show everything.
Blood, guts.
Of course,
they
you
show
found a way
everything.
around censorship.
Obviously, you feel me?
You see?
You know what I'm saying? So it's somewhere where you can be yourself, and your video not gonna get blurred.
That's sad.
Yeah. How? No, freedom of expression. I want to see everything.
Africa is the place to be in the next 5 to 10 years.
At least visit it. If you visit it, you might move there. Apparently, that's what happens. People do that a lot.
China's dropping all tariffs on.
Yes, they visit and then they move there because you know, this is why they were upset at Malcolm X. Malcolm X started to travel, and everything he thought he knew that people had been telling him
was a lie.
That's the same thing that happens when they visit their home. When they visit the mother, then they're like, wait a minute, so this ain't And it's not like what, and just like that, you realize that $100,000 a year you make online with your online business is like $1 million over there.
And you also, but one lie is not. It's not a lot of them damn mosquitoes. My boy got bit by a mosquito.
He's talking about one lie that's not a lie.
You see, like the mosquitoes.
It's a mosquito.
Crazy.
Hell, New Orleans got mosquito.
Yeah.
I thought a bird ran into the car. It was a mosquito.
A mosquito.
Not like an African mosquito.
I bet you an African rapper has talked about their mosquitoes. New Orleans ain't never told us nothing.
Yeah.
All them rappers that came from down south, ain't nobody ever said how big them fucking mosquitoes
gonna be a
is.
New Orleans bounce.
They too doped up. They found a little
People in New Orleans? Not too much. Shout out
The
to
young ones. Shout out to all the boots on the ground people. Y'all having a wave is going crazy.
Can we bring our fans?
Please bring your fans to the parade. We want to have a whole boots on the ground segment, and I want to hear fans go crazy.
That's cool. Okay.
So tell everybody you know they got a fan. Bring your fan. Just come do that. Shoot. Come do that.
Okay, so question, are you doing it?
Absolutely not. Question, are you doing it? I'm a toxic male. I'm not doing that.
Okay, because you know, people think that males can't do it. I said it is fine if they put their own
if they stop sticking their hip out when they do it and popping their ass. But see, I'm not going to get involved in all that. The Juneteenth is a safe space.
It is.
It is a safe space for people to express themselves and be who they are.
Once you begin, put my boots on the ground, I'm going to kick you in the back of your neck.
Stop discouraging people.
Yeah, he sounds crazy, right? But like it says, the views of the person that own this thing don't reflect the people who just visiting for today, okay? Because this is what happens, and this is what people don't know about marketing,
I personally
right?
think it's a good song.
Yeah, yes, the song is good, but this is the thing about marketing like that. They'll think they're turning away a certain type of man, but you're also turning away his mother who was going to come with him. His two sisters that was going to come. His brother was coming. He has a family. You feel me? And that goes for all people. So throughout the years of Juneteenth, I've been in meetings with people with kufis on and dashikis on and all that, and they look the part. And they'll say things like, well, what are we going to do when the white people show up? What are we going to do when the white women show up? What are we going to do when the gay people show up? These type of things used to leave me speechless because I didn't want to offend the people I was working with. You feel me? But based on the world we live in now, I'm not going to be a gatekeeper and try to hoard this festival just for us or you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll be a dinosaur, and all these new people who started these events because they're young and everything, they'll take off, and you'll still be talking about, oh no, because can't no white people come here. I'm not about to do that.
You don't want to do that.
What we want is peace, and what we want is a love for the culture. If you can understand unequivocally that there is nothing going on in this country right now worth doing if it's not for the slaves that they had in the beginning. That's just point blank, period. I don't care if your people came over here with nothing and had this ground. My people came over here with nothing, shackled and bound together. Okay? They didn't choose to come. They were brought here. And then we got the people who have the new information. Well, some of us were already here. Some of us were already here.
And they be acting like it was a whole bunch of us up here.
Yeah, no, that was just the ones who was traveling and building ships and taking off and going other places. The rest of us was still at home, and we got shipped the fuck over here. You know what I'm saying? So someone else said, I'm not celebrating a freedom we were supposed to have in the first place. I understand, and that sounds like a person who has never had a welcome home party for someone who's been to prison. These celebrations are for what happened after Juneteenth. You feel me? It's for what we did and what we became once we finally got the freedom to move around. And we still were so far from that because we still had Jim Crow to go through and the 40 acres and a mule to go through and all of that. But the point is we persevered and we're here now. We are an amazing group of people, and that's what we celebrate on Juneteenth. That's what we do it for. And that's why we highlight the graduates, because they're the future.
Yeah.
And whatever we got going on, they about to run with it. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that's important, and we do have to keep that in mind, like they are our future. So supporting them, show them the way, and let them know that we see them. Like, hey, I see what you're doing. I support you. I rock with you, because they could be doing the opposite. They could not have graduated. There's so many that has not been held behind. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? So it's so much life that can happen. So it's good to celebrate our own. I do have a question for you though. So with Juneteenth being something that's a continuous thing every year, what do you want to see moving forward with Juneteenth? Like, how big do you really see this going? Or
I can't really say what I want because there's too many people that's always taking things and taking my ideas. We've been doing this a long time, so I literally watch people be like, they'll take it. You know what I'm saying? They'll do it and they'll cause confusion.
Got it.
We've had people who thought they were booking with us, but they were booking with someone else. And those people knew.
Because of the similarities.
Yes, they know who they're looking for, but they went ahead and booked them anyway. So what I will say from the fundamental standpoint is I want Juneteenth to remain safe. Not just our event, but every event. If you put Juneteenth on it, think children first, ancestors next, elders after that. This is not like every other barbecue, so you can't treat it like every other barbecue.
And I respect that.
Right. So the brothers who usually be on tip, they got to be the ones that's secure in the area.
Yeah.
Give them something to do. Yes, give them something to do. We need your trigger happy, ready to turn up 0 to 100 ass to stand right here on this corner.
Yeah.
And every little while, we're going to bring you a lemonade. Somebody going to bring you a plate.
Okay.
A few hours later, we're going to swap you out with somebody else. Now you can be in the backyard or over here.
Yeah.
We're going to move you around. But y'all, we got to keep it safe because they're going to love to tear us down if this goes south.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, we can't control everyone, but you can control yourself. And I just need brothers and sisters to decide that on this day, during this time, instead of going out the house saying, I wish a nigga would, just go out like me and my baby's going to have a good time.
That's it. And we're going to make it back home.
Right. So that's why they say, well, how do you feel about it being so many Juneteenth events now? I'm happy about it because everyone needs somewhere to go.
True.
Right? Yes. Every type of person needs somewhere to go.
That's true.
And if you study the events, you'll find what's best for you. If you are single, have no children, and you just want to do some shopping, then the Avenue of Fashion, the Jamboree on Livernois, I'll plug them even though they never plug us, you feel me? It's a great event on Livernois. You can go there and do some shopping. In Midtown at the Institute of Arts, there's a pop-up indoors, all vendors, that's all it is. If you want music, and again, no children, if you got a beard, like, bro, you feel me? If your beard look like bro and your underarm hair look like bro, you know what I'm saying? Then you might want to be on West Chicago at the Juneteenth Jazz Festival. Now that's $35.
Okay.
But if you just want to sit in a folding chair and sip and listen to some jazz music, there you go.
So I don't like the fact that you're calling Shanny bro. Now,
oh, I see what you tried to do there.
And how do you know she got gray in her underarms?
Why is he talking about you? Listen,
I don't know.
If you have children, right? If you looking for something to do with your baby,
I think that's where I got disqualified first.
Right.
If you have children,
right? If you have children and you're looking for something to do with the kids, the Juneteenth Community Festival is definitely a place to be. If you a father, you want to get out on the basketball court, we will have full use of the Avalon Village basketball court. You know, we're going to have some fun out there. Shout out to Mama Shu for providing a beautiful space for us to be ourselves. But yeah, though, you just got to find a spot for you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, our event is for those who love our people, love our culture, and it's not just us.
So how did the idea come about for the multiple days and then the multiple events?
Well, Juneteenth is traditionally celebrated for 7 days and 7 nights.
Okay. Wow.
So our goal is to get there. That's always been our goal.
Nice.
So when they finally made it a holiday, they're only going to give you 1 day anyway.
Of course.
All these people came out the woodwork. Oh, we want to celebrate it. We're going to have an event now too. So we decided to now add days to make sure we stay different. You know what I'm saying? And we've been here so long, we should be able to do more than 1 day. So we do, you know. And the more you add to it, the more days you're going to need. You know what I'm saying? Or the more nights you're going to need, because we've tried to cram a lot into 1 day. And
thank God,
yeah, we got to move it out. We got to spread things around.
What'd you say? And it would not be
it would not be as hot as it was last year. Yes, and we got to pay attention to that too. It's so many things we get to see. The climate is changing.
Yes.
Going into Juneteenth has never been this cool.
That's true.
This is the first time ever it's been like this.
How many degrees is it going to be Thursday?
like 77, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, like 87. It's not going to be that hot. It's not going to be anywhere near that. And it's supposed to rain in the morning time. So. But as I've told people, first, we've never been rained out, right? There's only one year that it rained on Juneteenth, and it all happened on the west side. Right? It did. That was the year where everything flooded a couple days later.
Yeah.
And Highland Park got its own zone.
It's going to be 79.
79. So that's the lowest it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? It's never even in the 80s at all.
Yeah, it's
so we're watching the climate change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What weather app you using, Wade? Let me know.
This is what y'all need to know, though. Nothing stops this, right? The reason we do this on the 19th is because that's a traditional day, from the story and the way that we've been practicing it.
So what's the story
nothing
of
stopped this.
Juneteenth?
The story of Juneteenth that they're pushing is that, Abraham Lincoln said slavery is abolished, but then Texas, being the we are our own country type of vibe they've always had, they didn't let their slaves go. So 2 years later, they sent a whole Army brigade down there to tell Texas to let their slaves go. Okay. Where the story breaks off at is, one, that happened in the wintertime, right? Whether they understood what date it was or not, it happened in the wintertime. Very simply, the reason we celebrate in the summer is because no one's celebrating in the winter. You feel me? It's just very simple. They're just going to do it in the summer. Yeah. But the part of this that we don't get, that we've picked up and learned over the years, is that happened in several states.
Gotcha.
Right? And the amount of time it took, like I believe it's Kentucky, I believe, that celebrates a few months from now. Right? But if you think about being on horseback traveling from down south to Kentucky,
right?
You feel me? By the time because it's a list, so basically they had a list of places they need to go where no one had gave their slaves freedom yet.
Wow.
So Juneteenth is different in a few different places, but this is the story that they're commercializing, right? And this is the one that everyone's hopping on. It's the one they made the festival out of. But that's why it doesn't matter. If we get to the point where we celebrate for 7 days and 7 nights, the 19th does not matter anymore. You know what I'm saying? We just want to make sure that for an entire week, it's us. And that's where the collaborations come from. We've been working on cross-promoting and building with other events similar to ours, because if we want to get to where we want to get to, like you said, where do we see this going? It's not going to get there with 97 small events. You feel me? You're going to be able to promote what you want. You're going to be able to bring attention to what your shop or something like that. But it's not going to get to where it can get to, like the big Tex Fest. Right. Right? True. 14 days long, and vendors making $100,000, $200,000 in 14 days. This is what our local government is trying to keep us from having. And people who throw large events, I don't have to say their names, but people who throw scale events know what we're up against when it comes to dealing with Parks and Rec and our city councils. They are not, once it became a holiday, helpful went out of the window, right? Before then, for a decade, we did the same thing, filling out the same permits, going through the same channels. But once it became a federal holiday, it automatically became about money, and everything changed.
Because things got to balance out.
Yeah, so we have a local government who wants money from our vendors while we throw an event for the people.
Yeah.
You feel me? Even though we use the vendor money to afford the event.
So, question, is there a way you can get the people who participate in the events to start going down and lobby certain things in the favor of?
Yes, we're going to have petitions at 4 different events throughout this weekend for everyone to sign, and this is to get the parade on Woodward, right?
That's right.
The parade being on Woodward is monumental and historic, and would bring about so many corporate sponsors that we would just that quickly go from one year to the next being as big as we want to be.
Gotcha. That's dope. Do you know Lazar?
I've heard of Lazar.
For the liquor?
Yeah.
Maybe one. Do you want to do a liquor float?
Yes, we have adult only events now, like our nighttime events. So we did partner with Liquor last year. Loyalty Wine sponsored us last year. So yeah, we had to compete. When new events began, we had never done anything at night. But when new events began, they're like, oh, come to the club, come to the bar. It's like, okay, well, we need something at night for our grown people. You know what I'm saying? That's separate away from those children. Yeah. Oh, and then on the 22nd, we're going to have a tennis camp. We're going to have a tennis camp for kids at the Palmer Park tennis courts. Yes, thanks to the Palmer Park organization.
So are you teaching? Are you just like playing?
No, I'm not doing anything.
No, well, not you per se, but I mean
there'll be coaches there on 3 of the courts teaching kids from the age of 10 and up.
Nice.
The fundamentals, actual tennis coaches that already have classes and camps.
Cool.
And we're going to have art outdoors thanks to Bird Knighton and painting with a spliff. They'll be painting outside with the kids.
Shout out to all the sponsors for this and wanting to be a part of something great.
Yes, at the end of this, I'm just going to run them down. You feel me? Because some of them be waiting. I got some sponsors who be like, so you ain't say my name.
Okay, listen. It makes a difference.
But it makes sense. They gave us their bread, and I said I'm going to announce them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of this, we're going to go crazy. But shout out to Good Helpers right quick because they are a partner, actually. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's the difference. $150 made you a sponsor.
Yeah.
But $1,000 or more made you a partner. You feel me? And we did this together, you know. That's why it's a few on the front and then the rest are on the back. But we appreciate everyone's help because every dollar counts.
So did I.
Yes, every dollar counts. I played tennis in high school.
That's why I got so happy about it.
Hey, Mama Shoe.
Hey, Mama Shoe.
That's what's up. Yep, that's what we're going to be doing on the 22nd. Yep.
Oh, thank you, Lake. Because I really, even if I don't teach, I would definitely love to go because I miss.
That's what we need, though. Everything can't always be football and basketball.
That's what I missed it. I missed tennis, singles, doubles, the whole nine.
Hey, y'all,
that's dope.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off, but it's 10:30. You already know what time it is. Con, we'll be right back. And thank y'all for watching the Rise the Grind Morning Show right here on podcasting. While you at it, hit the subscribe button on YouTube and tell a friend and share this podcast. I mean, just literally share the link and start posting up in your friends' DMs and they motherfucking messenger. We'll be right back.
And they motherfucking messenger.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcasts and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
So I'm gonna be like Queen Latifah and these bitches set it off. I ain't risking my life for no $2,000. You got $1 million in the hood. Somebody gonna fuck around and rob that motherfucker. You see a bitch and smack a bitch.
Hey, real quick, I know you guys are enjoying the show. Yes, we are always having a good time on the Rise and Grind show. But please, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in Rise and Grind Morning Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Therefore, you can always be in tune with our live content and interact with us, be in the comments, and we can keep bringing dope, hot content to you. Now, we're going right back to the show.
Well, I learned a very valuable lesson this morning. Though I take my medication, I just cannot eat a full meal. Carla, you on there?
Hey, peace and love, team. How are you?
Hey, Mama Shu.
Mama Shu.
Hey.
What's poppin'?
I'm so excited about this particular topic, and so glad that Kong is on. Hey, Kong, how are you today?
Hey, Mama, how you doing?
I'm good. Well, I just want to say that I'm very excited about what we're going to be doing with Juneteenth Detroit. And basically, we're an extension here in Avalon Village. We're actually going to be having featuring 3 mayors.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 mayors from Africa to come and do a special presentation. There'll be vendors. There'll be all of that. So we're very excited. And this is our first time collaborating with them. Besides me being the Grand Marshal, this will be my 3rd year in a row, which I'm very honored to do it again. But to have the parade and all of some of the activities to spread to Avalon Village from 3 to 8 is just a wonderful addition. So, so I just look forward to a long partnership and fruitful partnership with Kong and the team presenting and making strong the Juneteenth parade and all of the activities and festivities that come with it here in Highland Park.
Yes, thank you, Mama Shu. I'm so glad you was able to work out a relationship with Kong G. Kong G is a dope person. And,
yeah, he is.
And I know you're dope. So I think when 2 dope people come together, miraculous, beautiful things will happen.
Yes, sir.
Right, and it's been fun. It's really been fun and stuff too. But you know how you see, and I'm just so glad that we sat up there. We were like, Kong, why don't you just do that over here at the Village? It was just like, a real light bulb moment. Like, let's do it. And so but anything to get around the things that we need to get around in order for the people not to basically be it's just hard being nickeled and dimed and stuff, trying to make things stronger and really make it community oriented and really putting the community first. And I think that activities like this, I think that the community should be put first, and so we should have things like this all the time. Let's make it to where we go ahead and design and operate and everything around the needs of the people more.
Right. Yes. I think that's so dope. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Mama Shu, it's from 3 to 8. It's going to be a great time going on. We got the 3 mayors from out of the country.
Other side of the world.
The other side, halfway around the world, they come to us. Coming. How do you feel about people like that entering into your village?
Well, I think it's very, very exciting. And one thing I thought about it was it's a blessing. I felt that they're visitors to our city here in Highland Park. And I think that visitors like that, and just anybody that comes to the village, they're treated like royalty. They are treated proper. And definitely, I think that if we have 3 dignitaries coming here, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Present what they're presenting. I think that we should make sure that we just be open arms and everything. So definitely when they come, they'll be treated proper. They'll be dancing, they'll be drumming and all of that. We definitely going to put on. I'm very excited. And I'm excited for the magic that they leave through their words and through their gestures. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited that they're blessing Kong and the team of Juneteenth Detroit being able to come, because that's a wonderful thing. And one other thing before I go, I like the fact that it's like the educational piece that have been added or, expounded on, I should say, because all of it is educational of what the brother has been doing. However, this right here solidifies. So next year, we need to have just anybody or, different presenters come and be a part of that part. But I'm glad to be able to do that part.
Yes, it's a great branch that's been added that was needed. Yes. And I just, I like things to happen organically, but I didn't, and I don't want everything coming from one person. You know what I'm saying? It's like a dictatorship or something. Like, I got the games, I got the message, I got the juice. I was like, no. Now introducing these brothers and sisters who gonna tell you what they professionally know and what they've been studying all their life. You know what I'm saying? Listen to what they got to say.
Makes sense.
So I'm happy we have that. Yes.
Makes sense to me. Makes sense.
Well, thank you for taking my call, y'all. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Yes, thank you,
You
Mama
too.
Shul. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Kong, I do have something serious to ask you. When you decided to do this 15 years ago, I'm willing to bet you was going through a change in life.
Absolutely, yep.
And was this your way of holding yourself accountable to what you putting out there for?
No, I did that. I did my way of doing what you trying to say is when I was feeding the homeless, providing clothes and Christmases for random households and housing people I didn't know, getting them off the streets and stuff like that. That was me putting good in my bank for all the negative I had put out.
So that's what I was saying. Thank you for drawing me into it. I was saying, but this was what kept you on path.
Yes, this was my new beginning.
Yeah, your dedication to be dedicated. And because, well, even when you do things for other people, I wouldn't say putting good in the bank. Sometimes we have to learn what good looks like. You know what I mean? And when I fed the homeless, the only reason I started feeding the homeless because I was homeless before, and the shit didn't feel right.
Right.
And everybody who's homeless is not on drugs. Everybody who sleep outside is not on drugs. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to prove to people, like, I've been through this shit, and not wanting to talk to somebody is very stressful.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I decided, when I stopped doing that, like you said, because that wasn't really that, I stopped doing those things and focused solely on Food for Thanks, which is our Thanksgiving event in Juneteenth, because I wanted to be proactive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so the brothers and sisters, and on top of that, we had a new mayor that came and he cleaned up, well, not cleaned up, but got rid of everyone on MLK and 3rd. You know what I'm saying? All the shelters and where the homeless people used to gather down there in Cass, they got rid of. I don't know where they sent them.
Which mayor?
But they're not there anymore. You also will get a ticket if you stop and start feeding people downtown. Like, we didn't ask for permission for that. We would pull up with our food. We would pull up to MLK and 3rd, and we would just, or Mac and 3rd, and whatever it is, and we would just open our trunks and start feeding people. They would line up in a peaceful assembly.
They know what you were there
and we would feed people, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you do that, they'll give you a ticket. It's a fine. It's a hefty fine for doing that type of thing, because the new people who live down there don't want to see that type of stuff.
Make
you know what I'm saying?
Make the property value go down. So, because I was not too far from there. I used to stay in Cass Park.
Okay.
So, and just...
Yeah, we used to feed people there all the time.
So, it would make me really want to start getting my shit together and understand how they live when I seen two people fighting over a pigeon. Because they're about to cook that motherfucker, right? It made me realize, like, some people are just mentally ill. Or their environment created them.
Yeah, they've been in survival mode.
I mean, they're in more than survival mode, Shandy.
I feel like it's never ideal, but you got to do what you got to do. And that's what be leading people to those crazy scenarios. So we think all the time they just trying to get whatever they need to get, survive, get by. It's never ideal.
And you one of them people that could never be a judge.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want that type of mentality being a judge. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you mean putting myself in other people's shoes? Realistic?
Yes, the point is, he took it, he goes to jail. They don't want to judge. That was set on Free McCree.
I would be a good lawyer.
So, right down the street off of 2nd, it was a male shelter place. I don't know if it's still there.
Was it at its capacity?
No, it was. First of all, you can't even stay the night at those places.
Really?
No, they kick me in. They kick them out, and it's because
so it's just like a holding space for maybe hours throughout the day.
So you could shower and try to change your clothes and do whatever else.
Well, there's really no resources for men as it is.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So
and
why
even
do you
the
think
women's
that
shelters.
is?
Why?
Because
Do you feel like a lot of guys don't come and ask for help?
No, they just don't have that in place for you.
And there's no money for men.
Yeah, you're a man. Like, no one's donating to make sure men are okay.
I mean,
that is interesting.
I mean, when I tell you, listen, it's really fucked up. Like, seriously, when I used to be like telling people my experience, they were like, "Well, Doc, it ain't really that, but why you ain't call me? Well, nigga, why you ain't find me?"
Well, see,
so here's
I agree with that to a certain extent. However, some people just carry and wear things very well, so people wouldn't even think that you were going through that.
I mean, no, they knew.
Well, shit, because I sleep in a van by the river and nobody knows.
Well, you sleep in I was in the park.
Well, have you been vocal about that?
When it happened, I was to the people who knew me. I mean, they knew I was sleeping there.
Yeah, and then so when people see, here's why I hate. This is why I hate niggas, because they'll talk shit, and the truth is that'll be they whispering or they whispering behind your back. Well, Miles, he all fucked.
So you
up.
feel like you don't want to take anybody's help because you have.
No, it wasn't. I didn't want to take nobody's help. It's like shit. What they gonna take me to? I mean, my soles on my feet. I didn't even know I had no soles on my feet till I took off my socks after 10 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? It was in the summer. I wore the same socks, same drawers, same shoes, and I used to go in my friend's house, and you could smell me before you could see me, because you could smell me through my shoes. It was ridiculous.
It get like that.
Yeah. And so people didn't understand. And when you helping people and you've been through what they've been through, you be so fucking emotional.
It hits different.
And I was so that's what I learned from Minister Dawood Muhammad. He said, Miles, you cannot be emotional, because I was going around to every motherfucking what's that spot in Highland Park? The guy was right across, right behind the CVS. It's a hall like. What's those halls called?
I don't know. What you talking about, though? What was you doing?
I was asking them, can I feed the homeless there? I was just going around. And this is after I got off of being homeless. They was like, well, how much? Motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, to rent the halls. Yeah. But let me tell you this. One year when we went to that and they wanted to charge us, we did Thanksgiving outside. It was like 30 degrees. But it was like, listen, we got the foods. We already got the pans of food. We warmed it up and just started serving people outside. You got to work around it. That's what Mama Shu said. We just got to work around those type of people.
But that's why I understand how people say the evil things made me do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's ways to work around all this shit.
Well, see, that's why.
What if people feel like they've tried and exhausted all of their options before they actually?
That's not true.
They could. The thing is, they don't know. They just don't know the other options that they have.
I'm just
saying.
They
could very well have exhausted all of their options.
Yes.
They've already called they one living auntie.
Yes.
They already owe their cousin money. They can't go there. They've exhausted their options. They don't know the other options.
So can we really fault them?
I mean, if you've never been told that you got to ask for help, then I guess we can't fault them. But if anyone ever told them, don't be afraid to ask for help, and then at some point you got to ask for it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's necessarily people being scared. I think it's just what people know can come after.
It's shame. It's guilt. Yeah. Because some of them know they did it to themselves. Yeah. Or they made bad decisions that got them there. It's a lot of things. But the point is, you don't have to maintain living that way. Well, I mean, for men, you damn near have to. But for women, you don't have to. And
Why do you feel like for men you have to?
Because there's no help for us. There's no shelters for us. Unless you're a drug addicted mental patient, there's no place for a man to stay. And we don't have a bunch of people starting transformation houses for us. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, when you say this, you'll have people that be like, so what y'all need it for? Yeah. You know, because even a part of me is like, so nigga, take care of yourself. You feel me? Yeah. But that's the thing. When you hear people say it's unfair for us, it's hard for us too. So people never really want to admit that it's hard on both ends in different ways. Yeah.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. It's hard on both sides.
And a lot of a man that's mentally ill and fucked up and stuff, it happens through the state government, whether they went to the army or some form of armed forces like that, PTSD. or they work with garbage men. So the state is, so they'll find spaces for them because they're almost like responsible because they go around and start killing people, hatching people. It was something happened like 30 years ago where an army person was going around. He was just chopping people, like hitting them with axe, a little small little axe.
That's wild work.
But at the same time, he was only downtown and he was only fucking up white folks. They got a hold of his ass real quick, but they found a home for him.
I'm sure.
Well, the veterans don't get all the support they should get either.
They don't.
But they do have more resources.
Because a lot of them are maybe homeless and things like that too, or they've exhausted all of their.
So how about this? What I learned too, a lot of them don't want to be in those places that they put them. you got to realize, just like I sent you that video today, they are prepping us to go to prison.
That's
Our school
true.
buses, like prison
Because
buses,
I feel like
all this shit, right?
what's being told to them is greater than what they actually end up getting.
Well,
and that's to maybe get them in and make it seem like it's this world that's not what it is.
No, you sound like he said you
just think you're not going to be one of them because we all know that veterans don't get help. We've known that for the longest.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that veterans are homeless. They got on them jackets on the corners.
Well,
we know it,
I
but
don't
you
know
join
because
the
you
service.
see some families that be like, "Hey, I'm set," and because my husband is in,
Yeah, but he's dead.
Right?
You
This
feel
is
me?
living.
No. We're talking about two different things. We're
Okay.
talking about a veteran who's a veteran and has fallen on needing resources and they don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
And you're now talking about someone who sounds like an active soldier and his family is taken care of while he's an active soldier.
I mean, you can get those benefits when they're not active.
The benefits change greatly when you're not active. And if you are now injured and they had to remove you, or if you have a mental situation, the benefits change again. And they have dials they turn
Yeah.
for every little thing that you're going
I'm
through.
not saying it.
Yeah. So the healthier you are, the better it is for
I'm about
you.
to say, and
You know what I'm saying?
your family, you have wives and children to step in and help their mothers, fathers, whoever else. But you never see like veterans or women veterans homeless ever. I haven't seen one.
They're there, but they would definitely be mentally ill.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It would be something else keeping them from
to the
getting
point
help.
where they couldn't physically be inside of a place with others.
Yeah, something like that. Like, not only are you self-medicating, but you also never took your
Now
actual
you need
medication.
solitude.
Yes, because our women soldiers come home with PTSD as well.
Yeah.
Not only just from service, but from the men they served with.
Yes.
Right? We can't forget that that's still a whole thing that's always a problem, that men in the service abuse women that are in the service. And it just goes untalked about because what is anybody supposed to do anyway?
Yeah.
And no one's going to do anything. They never do. So that's why we get to talk about, well, it's still worse for a woman because I'll be a homeless motherfucker with nowhere to live, but ain't nobody trying to rape me.
Right.
That's
you
true.
feel me?
So
That's
it's like
two
you gotta
totally
pick
different
the
things.
poison at that point.
You know, so yeah, it's hard on this end, but it's hard on this end, but at least no one's trying to rape you.
Yeah.
Even when you're homeless and dirty, someone's still trying to rape her.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But we do want to highlight that it's a struggle for brothers. It's a struggle for men too who find themselves in them situations. So for you to, get your way up out of there. You, and don't forget, Kim did the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, from the bottom.
Kim
you feel
actually
me?
on drugs.
Yeah. Down there, Cat. And now, remember he used to do that free concert?
Yeah.
Because of what they called the mess that was left behind him feeding those homeless people for a week. That's why that concert got canceled. He never did it again.
They just needed a reason because he always did it.
Yeah, it was a free concert. Like, this is where I used to be, so I'm going to show out here for them once a year. And I'm going to also bring all this food for them.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it was a mess.
And I'm going to tell you another thing. The ironic thing about that also is my office my office was the big building right there as soon as I got off my feet.
Straight up.
That's what my office would end up being.
Yeah,
So that should have hit different.
Well, we know one group of people and one thing that don't have expensive taste. That's the government and spending money on on men. Period. When we think about expensive taste, we think about how all these basketball players, football players, athletes, actors, how they do things and they don't even do it together. So I'm gonna speak on black people. Somebody was saying, shout out to what's the guy? Was it LeVar Ball?
LeVar Ball.
Yeah, he was saying, in case you know, Shani, he has like 3 children inside of the NBA.
Okay, I was gonna let you have your time.
So he was saying like he don't understand how Denzel and a lot of other different people didn't come together and actually work together. You know what I mean?
That's how you become targeted.
Well, you're gonna be targeting individuals, but you know it's something when groups get hit. So, but he was also talking about like the Waters family, the Ford family really ain't a whole bunch of Fords. You know what I mean? Those are other groups from other rich groups. You know what I mean? That's in the Ford family.
I mean, they do. First of all, obviously they come together and do things. No one's come together with him yet, right? With LeVar Ball,
but he's saying he got a family though, so he building his family to be that family.
Right.
He spoke on the Cuban Gooden, the Gooden family. He was just saying how the father and how they got the children together. I forgot his father was very famous too.
Yeah, but Cuba Gooding Jr. was an idiot. You feel me? Like that works. That's only gonna work as long as your family all stay on one accord. Like the Wayans family is amazing because none of you have brought shame to your family. That's really what it takes. Like none of us has dropped the ball. None of us have, dropped the bag. And that's exactly what Sean interviewed. He said one day we told him we wanted to make our own movie, which is going to be Scream or the Scream series, or whatever, the Scary Movie series. Right. And he said Damon Wayans Keenan Ivory Wayans pulled him to the side and very seriously told him, "Y'all better not fuck this up." You feel me? And it's not just don't make a bad movie. They made bad movies. We mean like. Don't go to Hollywood and start doing dumb shit. Like, don't go there and get wrapped up in none of those.
Feeling like you made it.
Yeah, we don't need no friends. We got each other. Don't go to no weird parties or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like that really would lead to people's demise.
Yeah,
because it's like,
families messed up.
Yeah, families
messed
up.
So Cuba Gooding Jr. messed that up. We had Reverend Run on TV, right? His whole family had that show. Everybody was getting on. Yeah. And then his son did some stupid shit.
Yeah,
they got the show canceled.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah, the pastry shoes was taken off.
I used to love them.
Now they back to talking about who she go with. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, your family be screwing up.
That's interesting that you say that because now that you bring mention to that is typically how people fall. Mm-hmm. They either get too caught up in it, they get, too cocky, too up there, feel like they can't get touched. Yeah.
Will Smith did it. They got too comfortable, they had all this money, and his wife started a show, and him slapping dog came from that.
It was a
it all started from her.
Because now everybody's in that world.
Yeah, because you're not the star, bro.
Yeah.
You're not the star. You haven't been for a long time. Mm-hmm. We can count on one hand the classic yet old ass movies you've been a part of.
Yeah.
And you get clout because we like the guy that liked you before.
That's what I said. It's still relevant because really of that.
Rocking with you. So here you come stirring up all this stuff about y'all personal life to make yourself relevant.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another, and bro ended up canceled for like 2 years, lost over $100 million.
Do you feel like after that he had no choice but to kind of not rebrand, but start in another direction? Because now he picking back up on his music side. He had
no control about any of that. The people who control him shut his ass down. You feel me? Like the system that be shut his ass down because first of all they be showing him like none of you niggas are too big.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Never bigger
if
than
we'll
a
shut
program.
Will Smith down, we'll shut anybody down. They shut Kanye down for 2 years.
Yeah,
you feel me? So
down.
We'll shut you down. We shutting Diddy down and taking all his money. And the least bit we gonna take every dime he got.
That's true.
You feel me? So
and nobody has said that they've actually know what he's in there for or charging him for something that actually
he's charged for being depraved, for sexual depravities. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Republicans have never liked sexual deviants, even though they are.
You see what I'm saying?
But that's not the point. On paper, they don't like sexual deviants. You know what I'm saying? They prefer you to be discreet, secretive, and kill all your victims. You feel me? All this doing stuff to people and letting them go. That's the problem.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like y'all still don't know how to do this. We don't let people go. Right?
Yeah.
Like you don't get to then make a movie about what we did to you. Right. Just no.
Yeah, we got to keep that under wraps.
But not only that, people got to understand that this country is a big lie. And the more and more we live, that it start to unravel. Start to show the truth. Every single damn day. Children are saying, if this was this, why this is this now?
Yeah, but this is progress, though.
Yeah, I mean.
This is progress. Even Diddy's case is progress. We've never had a black man with so much money and so much power, he could even be charged with this type of shit. So as we progress, in every way we're going to progress. Yeah. You feel me? It's got to the point where you watch the news and you can't tell if a black person or a white person did something. Right. That's because our violence and our anger has progressed to the point where now every single type of crime has been committed by a black person. When at one point, that wasn't the case.
Right.
People say things online that really upset me. They say things like, this is why they don't respect us. They'll watch a video and be like, this is why they don't respect us. Shut your coon ass up. You think this video today,
is why.
2025, is why they don't respect us. They've never respected you.
They didn't, but that video not helping.
I don't care. It don't matter. At this point, let my baby dance TikTok in front of McDonald's if she want to. You spit in my grandmother's face. You raped my aunties.
I get it.
You feel me? Like, you've never respected us, and us continuing to dance, have fun, and set trends is that's not going either way. They're going to be like, oh, you know what? Those black people sure did straighten up and fly right. I think I can respect them now. They don't give a fuck about you. They just don't want to have to look at you do stuff.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So stop doing things. They find us for showing off in the NFL.
Yeah.
You want us to run the fastest, jump the highest, but when we get hyped up about it, that's bad sportsmanship.
Yeah.
They want you to act like they want you to act. Behave like they taught you to behave, like they taught your ancestors to behave.
But now you
in that part, we're not our ancestors.
Right,
we're louder.
Right.
That's why Juneteenth is important. That's why being on Woodward is important. Being able to march down the oldest street in Detroit is important because there was at one point we didn't have cars and we couldn't ride on horses. We walked everywhere. How dare you tell us it's going to cost us $20,000 fucking to walk down this street?
Yeah.
You talking about the street that we once couldn't even be on?
Oh, the streets that we helped.
The street that we helped build, the street that our blood is spilled on, that you cracked our heads in. We're going to eat $20,000? Like, no. What we're going to do is gather our people peacefully. We're going to sign these papers. We're going to write our congressmen. We're going to back the right mayor. You feel me? And it's time to be political. I thought that you could just throw this event and just keep throwing the event and it would be that, but it's not. If you want it to grow, you clearly I have to join some type of political something. I have to back someone or support someone or be a part of someone because that's how it goes.
But let me show you how things get when you really believe in something. Did you see what happened in New York yesterday?
The No Kings thing?
Yeah, the protest. They say it was 500,000 people. It was more than 500,000 motherfucking people walking down that street. And
did you see that the white man drove a car into the crowd?
Hit and killed somebody? I seen somebody get shot.
I don't know if he killed anyone, but I know he's arrested for driving his car into the crowd.
I know somebody got shot and killed too. But my thing was that is it possible for us to walk down the street and not take over the street and just walk down the street? I'm talking about not in the middle, but on the concrete.
Yeah, you can't be no wider than 2x2. That's where they want you to be. If you stay on the sidewalk, then it is what it is.
So the question is, can we start there?
I already started there. That's how I started the parade in the first place. I walked on the street of Van Dyke, and then when I got to the west side, we walked on the concrete of Linden, which was very uncomfortable for the brothers playing the big-ass drums, or now our dance sisters can't dance. This is not a compromise.
Got you.
You feel me? It's not a compromise because, first of all, we are here celebrating something that we wouldn't even have to celebrate if the ancestors of your government hadn't been fucking horrible people. So, if anything, and I'm talking about for every local government because it's really just Detroit and Highland Park, Royal Oak isn't doing their Juneteenth festival this way. They're paying the food trucks to come.
Wow.
You feel me? Royal Oak was like, oh, well, let's give them $350, $400 a piece. I was like, no, they only pay like $150. They're like, oh, no, we want to give them money. Wow. You feel me?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Highland Park is like, any food trucks come, we need $150.
Yeah.
Like, to the mayor? Why? You're not even helping us with the event.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I asked him, like, how do you get to the point where the mayor cuts the ribbon if I paid you $1,500 to be here?
Hold on, what?
The reason our vendors are not in the parking lot on Woodward in Manchester, even though that's private property owned by the person who owns the building there, is because the mayor of Highland Park has enforced an ordinance where and not just Highland Park, Detroit as well. Your vendors have to pay them if you're on like a public space, right? That includes the parks, sidewalks, shit like that.
So, but I'm asking you because I don't know. Does that include because they have police officers there?
No.
So nobody's policing nothing?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's because you're about to make some money.
So how about if you're making some money, then the police will show up, huh? That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, like this is the thing. If we just go to a park and throw a birthday party with bounce houses, they don't even say shit.
Right.
But as soon as you, and some conscious people have said, our problem is asking permission for things.
And
you feel me?
And I agree.
Because as soon as you fill out the Parks and Rec department form,
you ask permission.
Now they want money for stuff that you was already doing and they didn't give a damn about.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Beforehand.
They obviously have reasons for it. They say, well, we need to inspect this, we need to know this. My thing is, I'm trying to do something to better this community, me and so many other people. Why is the fire department charging $65 per knot inspection of a tent? The big tent has 6 ropes on the side, 2 on each end, right? That's 10. So $650 for them to come and say, yeah, these are good knots. Meanwhile, I've already turned in the insurance form for the company that's been in business 25 fucking years tying knots. You feel me? So where am I supposed to get the $650 to have a fire person come and look at knots and say, yeah, they're tight. So what happens is, give me 1 second. What happens is we say no tents, right? We're just not going to get any big tents. What that means is the elders don't want to come because there's no shade.
Right.
Right? The pregnant women can't come because there's no shade.
Yeah.
Their point is, regardless of whatever the fuck they say, they're here to keep you small and keep you irrelevant. Our local government is not here to help. If that's the case, when they made it a federal holiday, our mayor wouldn't have got on TV and said, this is the first time the people of Detroit has ever celebrated Juneteenth. That was a bold-faced lie. There's been thousands of us celebrating it and filling out paperwork with your Parks and Rec so that you know we are. That's when I learned that when you hear them say the city of Detroit, they're not talking about us. They're talking about them.
You're right.
They're talking about the people downtown that work in the building with the dude like this. They're like, we, the people of Detroit, have never given a damn, and now we do.
Well, the question, my whole thing to you is this. You said the guy said that one of the main problems we have is asking, right?
Yes.
I tell Shanny this, and I tell anybody, the number one rule of rules is to break every one. Because that's the only way you're going to get new rules.
This is true.
If you don't break rules, you will never have new ones.
This is true.
And if you look at the history of our ancestors, if you think about it, I tell people Booker T. Washington was like my idol when I was growing up. When he told W.B. Du Bois, like, you think you smart because you can read, but you can't build nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
but see, in this situation, we have so many different types of black people when I line them up. When we line those people up, and our parade is almost a half a mile long at this point. Because there's different factors that'll get us on Woodward. When that parade is a mile long, like in people and vehicles, when it's a mile long, there's no other street but a main street, and we got to pick one.
No, I agree.
So that's one way, right? The other way is paying them the money. The other way is getting all those signatures together, right? We just gotta keep going, man, because we not gonna give up and we not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? We need this to be as public as possible.
Yes.
And we need it to be historical. We need it to be something different. I can't break that rule because with all those different black people in there, a bunch of them gonna be online like, this nigga ain't even get the permits for this. Man, this nigga, you know what I'm saying? They don't know, because how do I do it? Do I just do it and say we turning up Woodward anyway? And now I got all these police running in front of us, stopping people, scaring the kids.
Now it is
I've created all type of chaos for the people. Instead, I'm here telling y'all that they made it a holiday, but now they're trying to control how much you celebrate it. Right?
Yeah.
The reason we do not go to Walmart and big box stores to buy Juneteenth stuff is because Walmart has been here for years, and so has Myers. They never put anything out for Juneteenth until it became a holiday. Meanwhile, down south, Walmart and Myers and whoever the fuck's down there, they always sold it. Right? So it's one of those things where, oh, y'all know now?
Right.
Oh, the niggas up here know now. Let's sell them some shirts. Buy every single thing you need from Juneteenth for someone who looks like you. If you're going to get it online, make sure you know it's owned by somebody black.
Yeah.
This is our opportunity because this holiday was just created. It's going to be $1 billion holiday, just like everything else we touch. And most of that money should be going to us. If you don't do it properly.
All of it should go to us.
Yes. If you don't do it properly, it'll be dispersed amidst corporations that don't give a damn about you, rather than your T-shirt homeboy blowing up every Juneteenth.
Yes.
He know he about to go crazy for the next 90 days. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out.
So keep it in-house, man. And if y'all want to do collaborations, man, hit me up because we need to grow this thing. And if it becomes too big, because you got to go on Google and look up Juneteenth photos.
Yeah.
And see how down south they just take over. Yeah. But that's because they give them grace for that.
Well, not only that, they are still involved with their government heavy.
Absolutely.
When they vote with their people in mind.
Right.
Even when they sold Atlanta out, I said, they at least get it. They say, okay, in 25 years, this can happen. You know what I mean? When they sold, they sold Atlanta out to become a metropolitan area. I think I don't even know. I want to say 8 to 10 cities submitted to become a metropolitan. Because Atlanta is small.
Right.
Decatur, all these other people, they lost government. They didn't have no say so. It was just Metro Atlanta. Like 8 to 10 cities came together, became that way. They was able to get the funding by the state.
Absolutely, yes.
Right. I mean, they was trying to. Kwame wanted to do a similar back in the day to where Kwame was Hamtramck Highland Park, but surrounding the cities didn't want us. Like,
right, they would never.
Come on, man, let's get
Ferndale. I'm about to hop on that.
Let's revive our airport. We got an airport that's on Gratiot in Connors.
Well, everything is different, man. I've worked with one municipality that said for every federal holiday, they're sent money from the federal government to celebrate it for their communities. I ran that by a few people in our government. They were like, we've never heard of that. That's not a thing. Someone lied to you. I was like, I don't think they did. I think either you're lying to me or you just don't know because you a nigga. You feel me? But when it comes to Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, and it's like, oh, there's a big tree downtown and we're going to light it. They're like, oh, the city paid for that. Well, that's not what that lady said. Right. That lady said that the money they spend on that type of shit come from the federal government. And when Juneteenth became a holiday, they got money for it one year, right? But they didn't have a celebration. So they had to, if you don't spend it, it's got to go back. You feel me? So they're like, this year we want to make sure we spend it so we keep getting it.
You see what Trump trying to do?
What?
His birthday to be a national holiday. That shit crazy.
I mean, he's exercising every right that he has.
But so here's the thing, and so
I would name a street after myself.
Are people gonna have a day off?
Yeah, it's gonna be a federal holiday. Yeah. So here's the thing: what I've learned. We've been, I fall out, but I argue with a lot of black women about this. They say, man, just do it. I'm like, y'all say that but y'all never seen yourselves get shot down and gunned down in front of thousands of people. You know what I mean? When you see us been done like that in a very disrespectful, unethical, dishumane.
I wanted to be a martyr, but I just know that we don't have enough brothers that's going to follow up behind it.
Especially now.
You're just going to die. They're just going to wear a t-shirt for you. You feel me? Like, man, he should have told y'all to leave that shit alone. Right. No, but I would have loved to have been a martyr before I had children. You know what I'm saying? And now I understand how they say children change everything. Now that I am a father, I just want to live longer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what live a little bit longer, you know. But I would definitely support all type of righteous movements to move us forward if I had the financial capabilities. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's going on with Ty's phone, but no, Ty, check out your phone, brother. But so that's what I'm saying. So with this, and we talking about expensive, right? About things being expensive. Is our life that expensive? How expensive is our life should be?
Everybody feel like their life is worth more probably than what it is. I've been involved.
I feel like we should feel like our life is valuable.
Well, I've been involved in a civil suit involving a death before, and I've watched them add up how much a deceased person was worth. And they'll break your shit down to what you could have possibly earned based on what you have earned in the education that you did have, and be like, $15,000.
Yes, but
you feel me? Like you got to pay them $15,000. That's how much he was worth. $15,000.
Yeah, but here's something else. The reason I say that is that black folks don't really believe in what we believe in, and I say that because if we did, we'd be willing to die. You know what I mean?
Some of us are.
No, I mean we willing to die, but we not like them damn Muslims. When you see them Muslims standing in front of them tanks and they be arm to arm, they're like, go get it. If they don't flinch, they go.
Better be ready.
Because they believe in the afterlife that's greater than this one. And no matter what we say as Christians and or Muslims, we don't believe that shit. We just don't. Because every black man who I know who killed somebody, he never killed nobody outside who's another color that did him wrong. Not one time. And that's crazy to me. I'm sorry.
Well, first of all, we would consider that insane to go harming people that ain't did nothing to you. We don't be connected to our ancestors in that way.
No, I'm talking about maybe.
I thought you said he only hurt people that look like him.
No, he only hurt there's the people who's killers and stuff that we know of. There's other people that did something wrong. I don't care if it was a sergeant. I don't care, whatever. They done something. I know plenty of people where police officers done shot them. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. No recoil behind that. They take the anger out on me or you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or the fear. I don't mean. You calling you on the air.
Life is cheap, man.
Who?
Make it cheap.
has always been cheap because we don't value anything outside of materialistic things. That's our value. So cheap products, cheap things, you know, there's always something new to be made. Once you buy something, it's over, right?
Right.
So we were willing to die for cheap materials, so life is cheap.
Okay, I see that.
You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So as far as us, why we don't have martyrs is because, first of all, we should be moving much more quiet.
Yeah.
Too out in the open. They know too much about us. They know how we move. They know what makes us tick. They know how everything fluctuates with us on all levels, whether we are from single-parent homes or two-parent homes. They will find a way to destroy us and keep us, if not destroy us, limit us.
Limit.
And so, like he said before, yeah, the federal government, there shouldn't be 97, 100 celebrations. We should just have one. And he's right. The federal government do pay for certain activities to occur in certain cities to celebrate different things, especially if it's a national holiday. That's the whole point of it being a national holiday. They do have funding. Now, with the current administration, I could see that funding get cut on certain aspects. But we, you know, like I said in the comments before, the city right now is in the business of being party or event business.
Yeah.
They're charging overly to, you know, you have to get permits for having a barbecue.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's
You can't have people pulling up in front of your home and a bunch of cars and you have that's illegal.
Right.
You know. So life is cheap. Black folks need to move much more quietly and much more judiciously and together. But see, the problem, like we were saying earlier, how we got here is the biggest issue. Because how we got here, and under the auspices, like even the Africans feel like they have to come and apologize, you know, and make amends for something that we have been misguided and told and how all that happened. But at the same time, all of these tribes that were beefed out, that lost to the people that ended up being over those countries and those regions and whatever. Well, those are different tribes. So how are we supposed to speak the same dialect? We move completely different than the rest of the African diaspora all over the world.
Yes.
You know, Western people like from Haiti and Jamaica look at us even as Black Americans like we are just lazy and you know we don't work hard. And it's like we can always say, hey, we built the country, the biggest military might in the country, in the world. So yeah, we tired.
We tired as fuck. We tired.
You ever seen somebody? My bad. Excuse me, bro. You ever seen somebody with a luxury car that was dented?
Yeah.
And you be like, what you think? Like,
and they
man,
still
you be
feel
like,
like
man,
it's
if I had
luxury.
that car, ain't no way. You feel me?
Yeah.
That is what the Haitians and the Africans and our people over there in them countries, that's what they look at us and think like, if I had American money, I'll do this, and that. They just don't know or understand that just because we here don't mean we have that money or those opportunities.
Kong, if you get a chance, Dorian, get a chance, go to YouTube, look up John Hope, right? John Hope was speaking of about the Caribbean, Black Caribbeans, Black Americans, and African Caribbeans, African Americans, and Africans. And he was saying that the difference between the Caribbeans, Africans and Caribbeans, blacks and Caribbeans and blacks in Africa, they slavery version was short. Ours was the longest. So we have high potential, right? But low self-esteem.
We don't have any connections to our original countries either. If the slavery lasted short in Haiti, they fought, but then you were in your home. You feel me?
Right.
This is you. Quite frankly, real honestly, right? You trying to take my car from me in the streets would be much different than you trying to get in my front door of my house. You feel me?
Right.
That this is my home. right? Where my kids are, where I grew up, where I twisted my ankle, and y'all think y'all gonna enslave me here? Y'all don't even know these streets like I do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then in Africa, it's like if we can just get them out of this country,
in this part,
we gonna be okay. We'll have our diamond mine still. Right. We just gotta get them out of this country.
Shout out to
but
Shaka
they had to realize this. Like now, you take them from their people, from their flag, from their soil. And they ain't got nowhere to go. We don't have anybody because they did the same thing to the Irish. But then Ireland called over here and said, yo, if you white Americans keep fucking up our people, we gonna send for every Irish worker to bring his ass back to Ireland. We had no country to tell us to say that for us.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. We were the losers.
Yeah,
off the rip.
We're the descendants of the losers of the tribal war. So we don't even know what original regions most of us are from.
Right.
Hey, Dorian, we need to get you in here Wednesday, bro. I mean, what day are you free?
Wednesday, let me check my schedule.
I don't know about Wednesday because Wednesday might be crowded. I don't know, but are you available tomorrow?
I'm probably available Friday.
Okay.
My schedule.
Well, I know Kong won't be here on Friday.
I won't be here on Friday. I could be here on Friday.
Wednesday is packed. Tuesday is packed.
Friday is packed, you said?
No.
I could be here on Friday.
Okay,
It'll be the day after Juneteenth.
I would like for you to meet Brother Dorian. I think y'all some good brothers. And Dorian, I mean, if I don't call you, we need to have somebody in between that needs for us to communicate more because I know you be busy and I damn sure be busy. You know what I mean? And I would like to get more involvement in it. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do. You feel me? So, hey Dorian, thanks for giving us a call.
Thank you, Dorian.
This Friday, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. I'll be there.
All right.
So that's why people say you got to allow us to be your branch. Like, I'm learning how to do this, right, for a company such as yourself, right? It's like, okay, so you might have some community stuff you like to do already.
Yeah.
But here we are now your Juneteenth branch of community stuff. You feel me?
Yeah, most definitely.
Now, what I'm trying not to do, because he was like, dog, why you only asking for $150? I was like, because it's not that much, but it's still something, right? And the numbers is more important to me. If I can get 100 businesses for $150, I'd rather have that than one business that gave us $5,000 because now we've reached out to that many different networks of people. You know what I'm saying? And then we want to realize we are figuring out how to reciprocate and make sure that we bring business back to you all, right? And it's just going to be one big circle that if we sit down and say we have Podcastic, we have 19 businesses that sponsor us, right? 2 of them are venues. We have comedy, we have R&B and poetry, we have a couple of vendors that cook good as hell. You know what I'm saying? And then try to figure out how now the 27 of us need to reach out to a certain population, a demographic, and get them circulating through everything.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Most definitely.
If they get their breaks done, they're going to get them done by bro. If they get their hair done, they're going to get them done over here. And that's how next year when we come to you, not only is it nothing for you to donate, but you can donate more.
Yeah, but we ain't going to wait till next year. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, no, it's got to start now.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it to start the day after the Juneteenth. That's why I say Friday I'll come.
I see you Friday for sure. Yeah. But listen, y'all, thank y'all for joining us today. We wasn't really on the topic because we didn't care. Juneteenth is really more important. We might have to remix this topic again when we got Bougie as Brittany here. So listen, I thank y'all. Appreciate y'all very much. Thank you for the award-winning engineer, Shani, on the ones and twos, bringing us to you. Thank you, Brother Kong G.
Yes. Thank you all for having me. Thank you to all our sponsors for Juneteenth.
Run down your sponsors real quick.
Run down the sponsors. Ali's Corner Takeout. Right? What's the Deal? Jacoby Films. We Three Cleans. Good Helpers. What is it? Golden Ram. Right Track Tax. Neighborhood Superstars. Somebody's Auntie's Kitchen. T-Mole's Barbecue.
Every time I go there, they close.
Call Camper. Tuesdays, buy one, get one free rib tips. That's the day they open for show.
How about there's the beef ribs?
They don't make rib tips for beef ribs. I feel you. Avalon Village.
Just keep it the same.
Avalon Village and Loyalty Wine. We appreciate y'all and everybody else who's associated with us. We'll have 2 more days, so I'll be shouting out the rest of y'all, man. Thanks for letting me be here.
Thank you. Thank y'all for coming. Until next time, we see you later. Dr. Sabrina Jackson is up next. Till next time, peace.
Peace.
Rise and grind. Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances.